Most people never think twice about the compass directions inside their homes. But if you ask around, you'll find a surprising number who believe the northeast corner is the one place you should never activate. The spot said to hold heavy, stuck, or even unlucky energy. It's the corner people avoid, the one they decorate last, or the area that somehow always ends up feeling cold, dim, or forgotten. But that old belief is only half the story. Hello and welcome. My name is Master Shou, and for more than 20 years I've helped people bring the wisdom of traditional Feng Shui into modern living. What I've learned, again and again, is that energy doesn't just move around us. It listens, it responds, and it remembers. And when it comes to the northeast direction, that truth matters even more. In classical Feng Shui traditions, the northeast is often misunderstood. Yes, it can hold dense or unsettled energy, but hidden within it is a powerful force known in ancient metaphysics as Qi Men Dun Jia, a kind of sleeping potential that can transform misfortune into opportunity when awakened properly. Think it like a quiet doorway. Most people walk right past it, unaware that behind it is a current of energy capable of boosting clarity, stability, and even good luck. The best part? You don't need expensive Feng Shui items, gold-plated charms, or elaborate enhancements. In fact, the most effective way to activate this direction is beautifully simple. One living plant, placed with intention. A single plant, the right kind in the right spot, acts like a gentle switch. It softens the heaviness, stirs movement where energy feels flat, and encourages fresh flow in a part of the home that often gets ignored. When you place it correctly, the northeast shifts from being a problem area to a hidden advantage, a quiet source of renewed balance. So instead of fearing this corner of your home, imagine inviting it back into harmony. Imagine giving it a small, living companion that breathes, grows, and restores movement. Sometimes the simplest tools create the most meaningful change, and a humble houseplant might be all you need to turn an overlooked direction into a quiet magnet for good fortune. And that idea, that something as simple as a living plant can wake up a space so many people write off, leads us to a deeper question. Why does the northeast respond so strongly to this kind of gentle, natural activation? What is it about this corner of the home that makes a plant such an effective tool? To understand that, we have to look at the energy of the northeast itself. 1. Why plants can activate the northeast direction. If you've ever walked into a room and felt that one corner just doesn't feel right, you're not imagining it. In many homes, the northeast area tends to hold that kind of energy. Quiet, heavy, slow, almost like it's stuck in its own shadow. Some people call it a dead corner. Others describe it as the place where things pile up or where the air feels a little stale, no matter how often you open the windows. But here's the interesting part. That same corner, when awakened correctly, can turn into one of the strongest energy hubs in your entire home. The northeast is what Feng Shui practitioners call a complex zone, a place where energies don't naturally flow smoothly, but can become incredibly supportive once they're guided. Think of it like an engine that hasn't been started in a while. Quiet on the outside, but full of potential underneath. At rest, it feels dormant. Activated, it becomes a steady source of grounding, clarity, and calm strength. So how do you switch on a space that feels switched off? Surprisingly, you don't need crystals, statues, or anything ornate. The most effective tool is much simpler and alive. A single houseplant. Plants are one of the easiest ways to influence the northeast because they carry natural, gentle movement. They breathe, they grow, they shift the air around them. When placed in a corner that feels stagnant, a plant acts like a soft nudge to energy that has been sleeping. It creates subtle activity, enough to wake up the flow without overwhelming it. The right plant can smooth out tension in the space, soften the weight of dense energy, and encourage movement where things have been stuck. Over time, that heavy-feeling corner starts to open up. It becomes lighter, warmer, more responsive, like it finally exhaled. And because plants also bring a sense of life and renewal, they help transform what used to feel like a neglected spot into a quiet anchor of harmony. So instead of avoiding the northeast of your home, imagine giving it a living companion that gently pulls it back into balance. Sometimes all it takes is one plant, nothing fancy, to turn a forgotten corner into a source of calm, supportive energy. 5 plants that can turn the northeast corner into a lucky spot. 2.1. Areca palm or a palm. The areca palm is one of those plants that can completely change the feel of a room without calling any attention to itself. Its soft, rounded fronds don't stab or spike the air the way some sharper plants do. Instead, they act almost like a natural diffuser, gently slowing down harsh, fast-moving energy and giving the space a calmer, more grounded atmosphere. If your home has a front entry that feels a little too intense, a hallway that channels energy straight through, or a northeast corner that always feels heavy, the areca palm steps in like a quiet mediator. What makes this palm especially effective is the way it creates a sense of breathable openness. As it moves lightly with the air, it helps soften energetic tension and encourages a smoother flow throughout the room. Beyond the Feng Shui benefits, it does real, physical work too. It purifies the air, helps maintain humidity in drier climates, and can even reduce the impact of electronic radiation from screens and appliances. It's like a living air filter with a soothing personality. Energetically, the areca palm belongs to the wood element with a gentle yang quality, strong enough to lift a space, but soft enough not to overpower it. That blend makes it a perfect match for the northeast, a direction that often needs both grounding and soft activation. If your goal is to refresh the energy of a stagnant corner without creating sharp movement, this palm is one of the best companions you can bring into your home. 2.2. Spider plant. The spider plant is the kind of plant that quietly improves a room the moment it enters. It has a light, friendly presence, flowing leaves, soft arcs, and little baby shoots that hang like tiny decorations. There's nothing harsh about it. Instead, it brings a sense of ease, the kind of comfort that makes you unconsciously take a deeper breath when you walk by. One of the reasons the spider plant works so well in the northeast is because this direction can feel stiff or compressed. The spider plant loosens that tightness. It helps regulate the room's atmosphere naturally, making it feel fresher, lighter, and less stuck. Many people describe its effect as turning down the emotional noise in a room. Spaces that once felt irritating or draining begin to feel gentler, calmer, more welcoming. It is also one of the easiest plants you can own. It doesn't beg for constant watering, doesn't sulk when you forget it, and adapts to different types of light without complaint. Because of that easygoing nature, the spider plant often symbolizes harmony, peaceful coexistence, and balanced relationships. It doesn't demand anything. It just quietly supports the environment, which is exactly what the Northeast needs. If your home has a corner where emotions run high, or a spot you instinctively avoid because it feels off, this plant can be a simple, low-maintenance remedy. Over time, the space will start to feel softer, almost like the room itself has exhaled. It's a gentle helper, but an incredibly effective one. 2.3. Snake plant. The snake plant is the opposite of delicate. It stands firm, upright, and confident, like a row of green blades rising from the soil. This strong posture isn't just visual. Energetically, the snake plant brings clarity, order, and focus into a space. Where the Northeast often feels muddled or heavy, the snake plant introduces structure. It's like having a quiet but disciplined guardian in the room. With its high yang energy, it's excellent for lifting an area that feels sluggish. Instead of letting energy pool or stagnate, the snake plant naturally draws the flow upward, giving the room a more active, awake feeling. People often notice that the space feels cleaner, not just physically, but emotionally. It's a plant that straightens energy without being aggressive. The physical benefits match its personality. This plant is famously efficient at cleaning indoor air, absorbing chemicals such as formaldehyde and xylene, and improving stale or poorly ventilated corners. If any part of your home smells stuffy or feels suffocating, the snake plant quietly works in the background to refresh it. It's also nearly indestructible, which makes it ideal if you're busy or tend to forget your plants. It tolerates sun, shade, dry soil, and inconsistent care. That resilience adds to its symbolism, longevity, stability, and inner strength. Placed in the Northeast, the snake plant acts like a stabilizer, lifting the energy, adding structure, and preventing things from sinking into stagnation. It's simple, tough, and incredibly effective. 2.4. Lucky Bamboo. Lucky bamboo doesn't shout for attention. It stands quietly, slender, green, steady, with a calm confidence that speaks for itself. In Feng Shui, it represents growth that is intentional and enduring, not dramatic or chaotic. Each bamboo segment rises like a step on a ladder, symbolizing progress that is stable and grounded. What makes Lucky Bamboo special for the Northeast is its dual nature. It softens and strengthens at the same time. It invites good energy in, but also calms down anything that feels too turbulent. This makes it ideal for transforming the Northeast from a dormant area into a gentle source of opportunity. Because it's usually grown in water, Lucky Bamboo naturally creates a cycle of water feeds wood. This is one of the most supportive energy loops in Feng Shui, aligning perfectly with goals like financial stability, long-term planning, and emotional grounding. It's like planting a slow, steady investment right in your home, a reminder that good fortune doesn't rush in, it grows consistently over time. Caring for Lucky Bamboo is simple: clean water, moderate light, and a bit of attention. The greener and straighter it grows, the healthier the energy in your home tends to feel. It's a plant that mirrors your care back to you. Placed in the Northeast, Lucky Bamboo helps activate hidden potential while keeping the space calm, balanced, and quietly prosperous. 2.5. English Ivy. English Ivy brings a different kind of energy than the other plants. It's not upright or structured. Instead, it drapes, softens, and flows. This gentle movement makes it a powerful harmonizer, especially in spaces where different types of energy collide or feel tangled. And the Northeast, with its complex and often conflicting energy, benefits greatly from that soft touch. Ivy carries a gentle yin quality, which helps absorb stagnant or leftover energy without stirring up more chaos. If you place it in a corner that feels uncomfortable for no clear reason, you may notice within a few days that the air feels lighter, the space feels calmer, and the tension you used to sense has quietly faded. One of Ivy's greatest strengths is its flexibility. It doesn't need intense sunlight, doesn't require deep soil, and adapts easily whether hanging, climbing, or spreading across a shelf. This adaptability symbolizes connection and endurance, qualities that help untangle the flow of energy in tricky areas. Where other plants activate or uplift, ivy smooths and balances. It doesn't push energy forward, it guides it gently, making sure nothing becomes overwhelming or chaotic. That makes it ideal for the Northeast, which often needs a soft hand rather than a strong one. English ivy turns noisy energy into something calmer, more collected, and more welcoming. It's a quiet peacemaker, Subtle, graceful, and incredibly effective. 3. How to place your plants correctly to activate the northeast. 3.1. Finding the northeast area of your home. Locating the true northeast section of your home is the first and most important step. Many people make the mistake of standing at the front door and guessing based on the direction they're facing, but that approach can throw everything off. Instead, imagine or physically mark the center of your home. This center point becomes your compass origin, the point from which all directions should be measured. Once you're centered, the northeast slice falls between 45 degrees and 67.5 degrees on a compass. If your home has an open layout, an unusual shape, or rooms that blend together, don't worry. In those cases, simply use the center of your living room as your reference point. The living room is often the heart of daily activity, and energetically, it provides a stable place to determine direction. You don't need any special tools to do this. A basic smartphone compass works perfectly well. Take your time. Walk slowly. Let yourself notice where the compass naturally guides you. When you finally identify the northeast area, pause there for a moment. Ask yourself, does this corner feel quiet, ignored, stagnant? Many people discover that this spot carries a kind of stillness that's hard to describe. And that stillness is exactly why activating it can be so transformative. Finding the correct location is already half the work. Once you've identified the northeast clearly, everything else, the plant you choose, the pot color, the height, will fall into place naturally. 3.2. Choosing the right pot color. The container you choose for your plant isn't just decoration. In Feng Shui terms, it's part of the energetic formula. The northeast corresponds to the earth element, which means your pot should support and strengthen that grounding energy rather than fighting against it. For most homes, white, soft yellow, or light gold work beautifully. White brings a clean, clarifying quality, as if it wipes away lingering heaviness. Soft yellow reinforces stability, offering a warm but subtle support to the space. Light gold carries a hint of yang energy, adding brightness and forward momentum without overwhelming the area. These colors act like gentle amplifiers, helping the northeast wake up and breathe again. Avoid darker colors like black or charcoal gray, and stay away from bright red as well. Black and dark gray correspond to the water element, which can weaken earth when placed directly in the northeast. Red represents fire, an element that can scorch or destabilize earth in this specific direction. These colors aren't bad, but in this context, they can interfere with the balanced activation you're trying to create. When selecting a pot, think of it as choosing the tone of the space you want. Are you trying to lighten, stabilize, gently energize? The color of the pot guides that process more than most people realize. A plant does the active work, but the pot sets the stage. 3.3. Choosing the right plant height. A plant's size matters more than most people think. In the northeast, height affects how energy moves, whether it rises, sinks, or overwhelms the space. The goal is to encourage gentle upward flow without creating pressure or heaviness. For this reason, it's best to choose a plant that stands no taller than 80 to 100 centimeters, roughly 2.5 to 3.3 feet. Think of a height that sits below your eye level when you're seated. When a plant grows too tall in this direction, it can create what Feng Shui practitioners call energy compression. You might not consciously notice it, but the room may start to feel heavier, tighter, or subtly overwhelming. Medium-height plants, on the other hand, allow energy to rise naturally and spread evenly. They activate the northeast without dominating it, creating movement without pushing downward or crowding the space. This helps the corner feel balanced, awake but not agitated. If you already have a taller plant you love, don't feel pressured to remove it. You can simply trim it back or place it slightly farther from the exact northeast point. The key is harmony, not strict rules. Choose a plant that feels approachable, not imposing. When the height is right, the energy settles into a soft, steady rhythm that supports clarity, grounding, and quiet good fortune. 4. How to activate the energy after placing your plants. 4.1. Keeping the northeast area clean. Once your plant is in place, the next step is surprisingly simple. Keep the northeast area clean, clear, and cared for. It sounds basic, but in Feng Shui, cleaning is never just cleaning. It's a form of energetic release. When you wipe a surface, you're not only removing dust, you're breaking up old, stagnant energy that's been sitting there, sometimes for months or even years. And the moment that heaviness lifts, the entire space starts to feel different. Think about how a room feels after you open a window or sweep the floor. There's a lightness, a shift, a sense that the space is breathing again. That same feeling is exactly what you want in the Northeast. Even something as small as brushing dust off a table or wiping down the pot of your plant can wake up the corner. It's like sending a signal to the house. This area matters now. Try to make this a small weekly ritual. Nothing complicated. A quick wipe, a little tidying, maybe moving the plant slightly to refresh the energy underneath. As you clean, slow down for a moment. Notice the sound of your cloth, the brightness returning to the surface, the air feeling just a little less heavy. These moments of attention create an energetic clearing. And in Feng Shui, cleared space is activated space. By keeping the Northeast clean, you're not just maintaining a room, you're helping energy move, settle, and support you in a gentle, steady way. 4.2. Maintaining soft, gentle lighting plays a huge role in how energy behaves, especially in the Northeast. This area doesn't need harsh sunlight or strong overhead lights. What it needs is a soft, gentle glow, the kind of light that feels warm and alive without being intense. Think diffused brightness, like the light from a shaded lamp, or daylight filtering through a curtain. When the Northeast sits in darkness, yin energy becomes too heavy. The space starts to feel sluggish, almost like it's asleep. A dim corner can quietly weaken the very energy you're trying to activate. But when you add a small amount of softened light, the shift is immediate. The room feels a little warmer, a little friendlier, a little more awake. You don't need anything complicated. A simple lamp with a warm bulb, placed nearby but not directly blasting the plant, works beautifully. Even better if it's something you can turn on in the evenings, allowing the corner to stay gently illuminated instead of falling into deep shadow. If your plant naturally gets some daylight, that's perfect. But don't worry if it doesn't. The goal isn't strong sunlight, it's consistency. A little light each day keeps the energy circulating, preventing stagnation, and supporting the growth you want. Consider light as an invitation. You're telling the space, I see you. I'm waking you up. I'm giving you room to breathe, and the space responds. Soft light helps the energy rise, move, and settle in a balanced, harmonious way. 4.3. Your mindset. When caring for the plant. This final step is the one most people overlook, but it's the most powerful one of all. The mindset you bring when you care for your plant directly affects how the energy responds. When you water the soil, wipe the leaves, or adjust the pot, treat those moments as a small energy ritual. Not dramatic, not ceremonial, just intentional. As you touch the plant, slow down. Let yourself be present. Say a quiet thank you, even if only in your mind. Offer a positive affirmation. Something simple like, may this space stay balanced. Or, may this plant bring clarity and support. Words carry vibration, and vibration influences energy. Your plant absorbs more than water. it absorbs intention. If you've ever walked into a room and instantly felt someone's mood, you already understand how this works. Spaces respond to emotion. Plants respond to emotion. When you approach your plant with calmness, gratitude, or a gentle sense of care, you send that same quality into the northeast. And this is the true activation, not the pot, not the height, not even the plant itself. It's your presence. Your awareness is the spark. Your mindset is the switch. When you show up consciously, the energy listens and it shifts. In the end, Feng Shui isn't about superstition, luck charms, or mysterious rituals. It's about the simple, practical act of shaping your environment so it supports the energy you live with every single day. When your home feels balanced, you feel balanced. When a space flows smoothly, your thoughts and decisions follow that same ease. That's why even something as small as a single houseplant, placed in the right corner with the right intention, can create such a meaningful shift. It changes the feeling of a room, and when the feeling changes, your mood softens, your mind clears, and your actions start to move in a healthier direction. Small change, big ripple. Think of it this way. Your home is always responding to you. It mirrors your habits, your energy, your presence. When you choose to nurture a space, it begins to nurture you back. A plant in the northeast isn't just decoration. It's a living reminder that energy can be guided, refreshed, and renewed. If this idea resonates with you, I invite you to explore more. Follow along, stay curious, and try placing a plant in your own northeast corner. Watch how the space responds over a few days. Pay attention to how you respond. Sometimes the shift is subtle, sometimes it's immediate, but it always reveals something. Most importantly, remember that good energy doesn't just appear. You create it, you encourage it, you invite it in, and your home is ready to meet you halfway. If you enjoyed this and want more simple, practical Feng Shui tips you can actually use, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, but it helps a lot. And it makes sure you never miss new videos that can help you refresh your home and your energy. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, tap the bell icon, and come along for more guides, step-by-step placements, and energy-boosting home rituals. Your space is growing. Let's grow it together.